I'm going to make mistakes all night long.
Good. Let's break the record.
Smash the record.
Yeah.
The record is a myth.
Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. It is a beautiful, little bit balmy Saturday night. So glad to be a part of your life, for a brief moment, because that's what we are. If this is the first time you've listened to the show, you're probably expecting election coverage. You're not going to get it tonight. We are the calm before the storm. And the storm, however chaotic it may be, which will come in a few days, it's okay to take a deep breath and take it easy for a couple hours, to smile, nerd out a little bit with us, and then you can get back into it tomorrow or later on tonight. But for now, we do not talk politics on this show. R.I.P. Peanut. We do not talk politics on this show, but we do talk about stuff that you probably look at when you're on a break at work in your cubicle and you don't think anyone's looking, and not that stuff. No. The stuff like, look how
Oh my.
Exactly.
Why are you here, Takai?
Stuff like, what does the cast of, I'm trying to think of Saved by the Bell look like now? There we go. I'm trying to get a little more. That's still, it got 90s there, I think.
They look old apart from the one that's dead.
You mean Screech?
Yes, fella.
Yeah, Screech. Yeah, the Dustin Diamond. Yeah, I think he killed himself. I'm not quite sure.
Oh.
But anyway, we talk about stuff like that, not the death part, but the good part.
It's just one of those nights. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. R.I.P. Peanut. We talk about a lot of stuff, including, we're going to talk some video games tonight. We are going to talk about the Queen of Christmas because it's still controversial to me. We're going to discuss it a little bit.
It's early to be talking about it.
Well, that's why we're going to be talking about it. Agatha All Along, the series finale just happened. We're going to be talking about that. We also have AI Takeover. I said video games, Nerd Roundtable, and so much more. But I am not alone on this venture, this ride, this trip. R.I.P. Peanut. We have some other people here. No, I don't know. It's Odie is with us, ladies and gentlemen. This fine evening.
How are you?
Also with us, Cameron.
Oh, all right, fine. Howdy! How are you all fine folks doing tonight? We're going to have a rip-roaring good time.
Tell you what.
Yeah, thank you.
When I think of Pappy, I don't think Southern.
No, I'm not.
Country. Yeah,
I'm Mesopotamian.
I don't know why you thought that should be his theme music.
This is Mesopotamian country
No,
music.
it's not.
Is it?
It's
a
Where's the
Mesopotamian.
centaur and the lyre?
I bought it from a Mesopotamian dude, and he said you can play it.
No,
it's the real deal.
It came with a mess of potatoes. He's got a mess of potatoes and also this music
in the German club.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
don't remember that club very well, do you?
Yeah. Let's not get into detail about that. Also, back from his latest gathering, Matthew is here.
I ran a really good 5K this morning, and man, am I feeling it.
Oh,
boy, am I feeling it.
This is not a joke. Matthew has been running 5Ks and as the best shape of anyone in this room. How much time did you get faster? How much faster did you get?
2 weeks ago, my last time was roughly 32 minutes. The 5K itself was actually a little short. It was like 2.8 miles instead of the 3.1 that it should be. But I paced out for a 32-minute 5K. And this time, this morning, it actually was the correct distance. And I got it in 30 minutes and 33 seconds. So I shaved roughly a minute and a half off, focusing primarily on endurance.
Wow.
And that was a big factor.
Did you think of hatred for any certain person as motivation? I mean, what motivated you to get a little bit faster? Because some people do that. It's a Bobby Boucher thing.
I don't do that. It's really just kind of a constantly pep talking yourself throughout the entire thing is really how it goes for me. I have an app that I use to track distances and things like that for when I do any kind of running. And so using that to basically set, here's my goals that I want to hit, and then I'll try and do better. I'll just keep on pushing. further, oh, I'm not quite as tired as I thought I was going to be. You know what? Let's push through this next segment. Let's run through this, what would have been a walking segment. Just keep going. I'm almost there. 0.1 miles. Come on, you got this. You got this. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Just over and over.
Wow. I mean, I'm pretty motivated right now.
I feel like if Mr. Calling is,
I might walk
life
down the
coach
hall
or-
and back. No. I mean, that was motivational speaking is definitely in your future.
I don't think
Go on,
we
you
can.
can tell us more. Tell us more about how you run so
No,
far.
he's done
I
already.
mean, that was kind of it.
That was
I-
it.
my
I
big
don't-
thing
I
is
missed
that I
Listen,
was
so
the endurance
first of
thing,
all, you owe us a
running for
noob.
longer.
You owe us a
No,
noob.
I had it lined up, but then I had to put on Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that your timing was off, and if you would have had that when he was talking about the thing, I don't know if that's noobable or not. I mean,
Well, we are trying to break a record here.
okay, all right. So I'm not going to noob you on the other thing, but you're on alert. Okay, all right. There we go. You're on alert.
Where do I find alerts?
At that German club you talked about earlier.
Oh,
All right. So
Also at the base of that river after Aragorn killed him.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. The crowd cheered when that happened. You deserved that. Yeah.
I appreciate it, Chris. I cannot go full beard. This is about as much as it gets.
I don't know, Matthew. I've known you for about 2 years now, and in the 2 years I've known you,
Really, you've now been here 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the beardage start to.
So it gets more over here that I started keeping it shaved to basically just keep the mustache goatee.
Oh no, but it's
But
getting
There's
getting
a spot
fuller.
right about here. It does not grow anything there. It's completely,
It will.
completely clean.
It will. If
Well,
well, either that or it's going to be
That's
the
when you
shave.
just go for the chin strap into the
Mhm.
into the thing. I mean, that's what a lot of people do that. I don't know if you guys knew this, R.I.P. Peanut. We have something that happens tonight. It affects all of us. Probably the majority of us in the listening area, except for I can't say their name. Is it Deshaun Mac? I mean, say their name, Odie.
Who am I looking at?
It's someone from Ireland, and I can't say their name, and I hate to pronounce it incorrectly.
Deshaun McGallivriot.
There we go. All right, he doesn't seem certain either. So tonight, I'm guessing this doesn't happen in Ireland. Yeah. Okay. All right. You keep working on that tonight.
Well, Diagwitch, Deshaun.
Yeah. I don't know why you called him a witch or her.
No,
It's just him. I
think
see
he was
the picture
asking you
now.
about a sandwich.
Okay, it could
Shut
be
up
a
for sandwich.
sandwich. Tonight we fall back, and I don't mean that trust thing where you
We
fall
don't
back and
retreat.
where you no, it's not the fall back thing where you fall in the trust
trust
exercise.
fall?
Yeah, it's not that.
Who does
Fall
those?
back.
I don't know. So
What fool?
tonight we fall back, and my favorite story ever, and I'm going to tell it just because I can't not do it every single year, twice a year. Back in the day, my good buddy Matt Tomlinson, when we did a show here on WRD, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I'm going to tell you, I've been here nearly 25 years. So a little over a decade ago, we were doing a show called The Scoreboard, and Matt said, tonight's night, we got to get up at 2 a.m. and change our clocks back. And it's like, no, we don't. He's like, yeah, we got to get up at 2 a.m. And he was dead serious about it. And so, by the way, if you hear tell that this is the time that you have to get back and change your clocks back, just do it before you go to bed. Okay. You don't have to wake up at a certain time to do that. Tonight, supposedly you gain an hour of sleep, or you stay up an extra hour.
Oh, we're
Because
gaining
you
an
get
hour.
that hour.
I forgot that's tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, let's
yes.
go. That's an extra hour of work I can get done.
Way to go, you. Way to go.
That's the way to do it.
Is this positive Matthew talking? Or is this
That's
sarcastic
unironically, that's an extra hour of work I can get done.
There you go.
Matthew? Yes, I
Good
can
for
be
you.
more productive.
All right. So this is a time of year where everyone complains about why don't they just leave the clock alone? While I agree,
Why don't they leave the clock alone?
while I agree, I will tell you
I'm angry.
that I looked it up because I was curious.
Go on.
And according to a Google AI, so we don't know, it may be real or made up.
No, it's true. If it's on the internet, it's true.
The history of daylight saving time. It's not savings, it's saving time. There's no S in there.
I bet it was the English. I bet it was the English.
In the United States includes World War I. DST was first implemented in the U.S. in 1918 to conserve energy and fuel during the war. So 1918, that would be World War I, I believe.
Yes.
Right at the end of it.
1919, DST was repealed, but standard time and time zones remained in law. World War II DST was reinstated and observed year-round from 1942 to 1945. In 1966, the Uniform Time Act established DST as federal law, with the start and end date standardized. DST began on the last Sunday in April and ended on the last Sunday in October. Then in 1973 through 1975, Congress enacted a final period of year-round DST in response to the 1973 oil embargo. Lived through that, by the way. There was no gas and there were a lot of lines and stuff. I was a little kid, but I still remember it. Thanks, Jimmy Carter. 2005, the Energy Policy Act of 2005, imagine that, extended DST in the U.S. starting in 2007. DST now begins on the second Sunday in March and ends on the first Sunday in November. Present, there have been multiple proposals to make DST permanent in the U.S., but Congress has not yet acted on them. So when you talk about this, most people will say it has to do with farmers.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't in the UK and in Ireland and Europe.
That was going to be my question. Does time change?
Yeah, and luckily for us, it did last weekend. So that means that anybody that would normally have to stay awake until midnight to watch our show here in Ireland, they're watching at 11 o'clock while they're very drunk coming home from the pub.
Well, hopefully
no
not
stereotypes there.
Not whilst driving home.
Walking home.
Yeah,
Walking home.
Yeah, of course.
So, does anybody want to take a wild guess what I was doing while you were reading that off?
Guaranteed to be researching something about daylight savings.
Napping?
Yes, I was napping. Nothing else.
Matthew
Now,
can
so
nap and work at the
since
same
you
time.
mentioned about you weren't sure how confident you would be in it since it was from Google AI, I double checked. And according to an article from, I assume, a professor at the University of Colorado, yeah, that's for the most part what I'm seeing correct, at least the origins. I don't know about everything after that. But according to Kenneth Wright of the University of Colorado, the real history of daylight savings time is much more complex than a lot of people think. It was first introduced in Germany in 1916 during World War I as an energy saving measure. According to CU Boulder sleep researcher Kenneth Wright, the U.S. followed suit, adopting daylight savings time in 1918.
All right, so see, here's what it is. This is 2 levels of reading.
Yeah.
I mean, my reading was good. It
Yeah.
was. I didn't stammer or anything.
Yeah, but it
really.
wasn't
Oh, I
newsworthy.
stammered.
But it wasn't. But even your stammering was awesome. So Matthew comes in and no, you now have 2 sources, so it's got to be true. My sources and Matthew's sources.
Academically speaking, that's what it always was in high school. 2 sources.
Do you want a really quick third source?
That's
Third
just
source?
Yes.
Third source?
Yeah.
Here's the
No,
third
no,
one.
Is
really.
it quality?
The English did it so that we'd have to go to bed quicker. That's all it is.
Okay, because
You know what? That's I get it. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with that source.
yeah, turd source
Turd
could be
source.
something
Yes,
totally
you're
different.
definitely a turd source.
Yes. Yeah. Now we'll forever think of you as a turd source.
So your turn.
You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. We've asked that question before, John. I don't remember the answer because I don't really pay attention when he talks, but I'm sure that it was awesome.
Yeah. I was question.
It was so dismissive.
I have a goal here.
This is what they
evening.
call it.
I'm aware.
This
My goal.
is what they
My
call it.
goal is for a record to be broken. That is my
I
goal.
think we all share that. goal.
Yes. Well, 3 out of the 4 of us here want that record broken.
Oh yeah. I'm looking
What?
forward to seeing it.
Exactly.
This is what they call rednecks.
Did you lift up your neck so I could see it? There you go. Oh wow.
This is actually a little bit red there, like.
Well, you've been out in the sun quite a bit,
I
so
have.
I'd
All I gotta say is R.I.P. Peanut.
I see the Monster Hunter beta on there. Y'all played it?
He did.
Heck yeah,
Did
dude.
you?
And I bought Dawnguard. So I Dragon Age, not Dawnguard, Velguard. I bought that, so I played that a couple hours.
Have you killed any of the vampires?
Haven't seen any vampires.
Well, no, I was talking about
Dawnguard, yeah.
I haven't actually heard anything about it. I've only seen a screenshot of review scores on the PlayStation Store and the Steam Store and how wildly different.
Yeah,
they are.
the critic score and the Metacritic score are totally, I don't.
No, not Critic and Metacritic. I'm talking about the PlayStation Store score and the Steam Store
Okay.
score.
Peanut the squirrel.
All right. No. We're not talking about the story.
You keep saying
No. Odie.
You're
This is the
twisting my
thing.
melon, man.
It's very political.
So we're not going to.
So we're not talking about it. Okay.
What?
But we can still RIP. This is that thing that you and I talk about
You're
not.
hurting my
Yeah,
brain.
this is that thing. All right. So now you know what it is. you can either RIP with me or just ignore it.
I shall ignore it.
Don't go to that toilet.
I will go there.
Don't go to that toilet.
Don't go to that turd source.
It's nice.
The turd source. Yeah, you go over there to that turd source, and I don't know what you might find there.
I'll fill you in after the show.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everybody has more than likely a way to look up what I've been saying.
Yeah, but I have
Stop trying to kill the joke, dude.
It's not.
Yes, you are.
You're
It's
trying to
alive and
kill
well.
it.
It's alive and well.
He's trying to kill whatever that is. Like Monster Hunter, the Monster Hunter beta is trying to kill everybody's PCs.
Oh, is that a problem right now?
So horribly unoptimized.
Wow,
Well, it's
Chris,
beta.
I did not know that. I can't wait to
It's
talk about
just
that on the
to
air.
such a degree that it's hilarious.
It's not melting anything, is it?
It's not actually like destroying PCs or anything.
'Cause there's
it's
a
just
figurative-
running horribly is all.
So do I, but I
There's a
misspoke. I'm
figurative
talking about
melting, and
Veilguard,
then there's
but
a
still, I
literal
like the On
melting,
Guard armor too.
Yeah, no, it's
With
just
some games.
it's people with like actual like insanely powerful PCs can only run it at low.
Chris, I
settings.
don't know, man. I'm looking at it and it doesn't really, I mean, it's nice.
It'll definitely. Be
I would
more
like some.
optimized on actual release, considering it's literally like 4 months away. But
By the way, worked great on Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
So
a piece,
console peasants for the win.
it worked fine for me. I just couldn't run like max settings, or even when I did, it just wouldn't display the max settings.
No,
Yeah.
Chris, due to the question you asked earlier on, no, I didn't.
Let me see if I can pull up. There's a
I think-
specific visual glitch that like so many people were getting.
We should table some of this so we can actually talk about it.
No, yeah, we will. But I wanted to show you this first. Here's one.
Oh,
Stuff like that has been constantly happening.
it's polygons. The polygons are scary.
Shout out to my friend Gunther. Sorry you lost today. I mean, but
We would
You-
like to apologize officially to Gunther.
you go up and against a golden boy, you're probably going to lose. That's just how it works. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. With all the fun and frivolity of the first segment, I forgot to tell you how you can be a part of this here program. First of all, we have a text line. It is 71307. Please text Flaccid to said text line and talk about whatever you want to talk about other than politics. I mean, you can talk about it, but we're just not going to, we'll read it, but we're not going to say it, including a texter who says, hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid. Absolutely. We are also on the stream at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse at Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So you can find us at one of those. If you comment on one of our personal pages, like my page, which are my, Facebook Alonzo Word, or Odie's, which I don't know what it is, but it has Odie in it.
No, yeah, because it's a page.
Is it?
It'll pop up.
Okay, yours is a page. It's not a personal thing. Okay, well, my personal thing is this station.
I did have my personal one up, but then people started being people,
Yes,
and
yeah.
I put it onto secret mode.
There we go. Secret mode. Exactly.
Third choice.
People are people.
Some people are absolutely beautiful, lovely. I
uh,
love them, but then there's that little bit of a 0.5%, and you just look at some of the stuff they say to you, and it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, we think that all the time. Chris says it's a well-known fact that the true time change impacts Sasquatch breeding. Squatch numbers are up 20% since the 1970s. They probably are, which is why there are more Squatch sightings lately rather than there have been in the past. Although that's reported Squatch sightings. So back in the day, probably the early 1920s or so. I mean, all you had was papers. So local
I wasn't taking the best notes or getting the best data.
Well, also local papers stayed local. So, I mean, there may have been a lot of reporting, somewhere in the Appalachians, but it stayed in that town. So we don't know about it unless, maybe microfiche or something. I wonder if all microfiche has been translated to data on the interweb somewhere.
Yeah, it probably has.
Yes.
Probably.
But what about the ramblings from old Joe who used to sit on the corner?
That's also, which is akin to being a bard
Mm.
or a filker.
Let us not.
Filking about Sasquatch.
Let us not get back into filking.
Oh,
Because,
no. We're not.
No,
We're
but
not.
I'm just saying I'm all filked out.
We're not getting into that.
Oh,
We're not getting into that. I just was mentioning that
You know, I just saw this
in passing.
strangest thing I've ever seen just happened right there.
Let us talk
There's a lot
about
of-
what three of us did last week. No, I'm not going to do that. What we did last week, we went to South
As
Carolina
a
Comic Con
collective, as a
Junior.
collective.
We did. We were all there in spirit.
Well, actually, a third of us went to the gun show as well.
Yes. Well, yeah. Odie's like, did you know there's a gun show here? Like,
Because I got there
And-
really
and
early.
he's like, well, I know you and Cameron wouldn't want to go. It's like, no, we're not anti-gun. We're just
Not
didn't go to the
particularly.
gun
just more
show.
into the nerd
But
thing.
but then you told us later that there were swords there.
There was swords.
Yeah, which we would have went there for the swords.
Okay.
And by the way, not anti-gun, not at all.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
what kind of
I-
swords did they have?
Big ones,
Descriptive.
big shiny.
Are we talking like great
they had-
swords?
they
or
had-
are we
But he
talking
said they
about,
had
like-
Lino sword.
They had
He
Lino
told us
sword.
about that. Yes.
They had-
Oh, okay.
They had Sting. They had.
Oh. Did Sting have jewels in it? Or was it-
no,
okay, is
It did have the blue hue,
Okay. All right.
so there must have been an orc around.
Is it
Yeah,
because you
Mike,
got
are you sure it
nearby?
wasn't? Yeah, you sure it wasn't you? Yeah.
You know, orcs are green.
They are green.
The Irish.
Yes.
Lady orcs
Mm.
are lovely.
Yes, I bet they are. You love those
Lot
that underbite.
A lot of teeth.
Yeah. Anyway, so South Carolina Comic Con Junior was last week. Had a good time walking around and looking at all the stuff. And shout out to the 501st for
Oh yeah.
for coming up and saying hi. Cameron and I got our picture taken with Stormtrooper, and Odie was nearly assassinated by Starkiller, which was
Executed. Yeah.
well, yeah, you're right. It
was
is
executed.
executed.
He said his words exactly to me were, "I am not your enemy. I am your executor."
And I gotta admit,
It
we
gave me
were
chills.
we
It
were
gave me
trying to
chills.
make it happen just for the show.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, for show
the
purposes.
For the show.
Yeah, I mean, because if you bought it at the show, it would have been perfect.
Oh,
Losing to that guy. One of the cool things that they had there, though, that we didn't do, and I was talking to Hawk from Hawk and Tom down the hall, and he said he actually did do this because he knows a guy. They had a 3D printer where you can take pictures of your, and they will turn them into action figures. And we looked at it. I mean, it looked like a really cool thing to do. It really did. Hawk is going to let me see one when he gets his back because he actually did it
Mhm.
to see what it looks like, and it might be something we might want to do in the future.
Yeah, I think an action figure Odie would be pretty cool.
So the
I don't
crowd,
think the world is ready for my action figure yet.
as long as it doesn't come with the voice, they're definitely not ready for
No,
that.
if you
Yeah.
need we have to make an action figure of Matthew, but it has to have the pull string on the back with 10 phrases.
Well, here's the other thing, though. The action figure has to be able to do the hair flip, which Matthew got a haircut and he
Hmm.
can't do the flip now.
No, he did it. He did the semi
You can
flip.
still flip.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There it
Never
is.
mind.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind.
There it is,
It's still
folks.
there.
There it is.
It is still there. So anyway, we had a good time and looking forward to Comic-Con, the big Comic-Con, which happens in April. And they've already announced a guest. And he is a former Superman by the name of Dean Cain. So I don't think he's ever been to South Carolina Comic-Con before. Looking forward to meeting Dean Cain. Who knows? Maybe if we get a shot, we might be able to get him on the air.
That'd be cool. What was the lowest to his Superman?
What was
her name? What was her
What was her
name?
name? Oh, she was also
Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, Terry Hatcher. Big fan.
A big fan.
Big fan.
Big.
From way back. You know,
Posters on the walls.
even before that. I don't know if I went that far, but I definitely love some of her earlier work.
She makes a Superman cape.
Wasn't
look
she
amazing?
Was that her in Tango and Cash? For some reason,
Don't care.
No,
Don't care. I had a poster on my wall of her wearing the Superman cape. That's all she had on her. Everything was covered. Everything was covered.
okay, all right.
But it was
All right.
just
It all goes back to that with him.
I didn't
so-
have those posters. I was a good boy.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to put
I
posters on
too
my
I
wall.
was a
didn't
good.
want-
Was a good.
I was what they would call a bad Catholic boy. You know. just
Okay.
throw it out there.
All right. I didn't know we had to be specific about the religion part.
I know.
So
because
are Catholic boys more bad than like Baptist boys?
No, I mean the saying is a good Irish Catholic boy. Well, I was the other one. I was the bad Irish. Catholic
Okay,
boy.
when I hear good Irish Catholic boy, I'm thinking Irish Mafia. I'm absolutely
It's
thinking
an
that.
oxymoron.
Is it? Yeah, I
Hey!
think you might be right.
I
It
don't
is.
care. Listen, you can call me a moron all you want, but until I find out what an oxymoron is, no, I ain't.
All right.
no.
Speaking of something moronic, other than that orange thing that's on the screen right now,
My beard?
yeah, that's what I was talking about. R.I.P. Peanut. The thing is, I saw Morticia Adams on my screen like yesterday, and I'm thinking that looks familiar. That Morticia Adams looks familiar. Is that Mariah Carey? And it was.
Oh, man.
And then she went from being Morticia and dancing around as Morticia to suddenly being supposedly the Queen of Christmas again. So here we go. Christmas music has started already. I mean, why doesn't Thanksgiving get love? And you know, I get Thanksgiving probably doesn't mean the same. Oh, right. It doesn't mean the same thing to Odie that it does to us. But why does Christmas get love? Because you're not from here, dude.
Okay.
I mean, you like turkey like anybody else.
I do.
Probably have shot your share of them.
Actually, no.
You've never shot a turkey.
Never shot a turkey.
You've been to a turkey shoot.
No.
You know what a turkey shoot is, right?
Yeah, we shoot turkeys.
No, a turkey shoot is actually it's a target shoot thing. I don't know if they have them here.
It's discs, isn't it?
No. That's skeet. No,
Oh,
turkey shoot. My uncle used to go all the time in Ohio, and he would take me sometimes to watch.
Yeah.
It's basically target shooting
Oh,
for prizes
Oh.
and money and stuff.
I'd like to do that.
You should look it up. I wonder if they have any around here. It's pretty
Probably
cool.
do.
And believe it or not, during November
I
at
believe it.
the turkey shoot,
Yeah.
you won turkeys. And I think
That's-
that's where it came from.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's
That
where
is
it came
crazy.
from. What?
What?
I'm not ready to go to break yet.
Oh.
What are you doing? I didn't give you the sign.
I
Well,
think
you're
that's
already
the
playing the
second one.
music. Go ahead. I don't listen. You gotta stop doing that. I had a point to
That's
make.
producing head.
We were in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
because we
segment.
were. Remember, I told you I'm not on it. Here, hang on. We'll just do that. There you go.
Okay, all right, because we were talking about the Queen of Christmas. and
So is that a new biblical offense?
No,
No.
because I took a producer's directive, but it was shot down by the executive producer. So therefore, it's just doing my job. But then I was overruled by the king, and it's kind of like, well,
All right,
I think
here's
that's
the-
a new biblical offense for not reading his mind and understanding.
No. Here's the thing. He was so nice to me right there, the nicest he's ever been ever, recognizing title and things like that. I think the next noob he has, I'm gonna let it go.
Oh wow.
I'm being in charge. Yes. So
Don't you let him bribe you.
well, he just did. I can be boss. Yes. I mean, it's all
Niceties.
it's all a matter of price, is it not? All right, let's go to break. When we come back,
man.
whenever you're ready, it's okay. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more Queen of Christmas. Is she the Queen of Christmas? Is it too early for Christmas music? Or do you, like some people, already have your Christmas tree up? You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 RIP Peanut, the voice of the Carolinas.
There you go, Viper Dave. So I would count that up to premature commercialization.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
I felt so good about that joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I
Strongly about it. I thought that was gonna kill. You know.
does it, Dave? I mean,
no.
here's when we put
November.
here's when we put our tree up, and it's going to be shocking. We put our tree up on Black Friday. You know what Black Friday is? The day after Thanksgiving. You know what the day after Thanksgiving is? It's on the way to the next holiday, which would be Christmas. So it's acceptable on Black Friday, I believe. And I believe Christmas music is acceptable on Black Friday. By the way, don't forget the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special, which will be coming up in no time.
Oh yeah.
In other words, like, oh crap, it's next week. I'm not ready. That type of thing. Or even worse, oh crap, it's tomorrow and I'm not ready.
Wait, who am I singing with?
Yeah, exactly. I do have some ideas. I'm looking forward to the end of the trilogy.
I am too. How's that going?
It's going well.
Good.
Speaking of oh crap, that's tomorrow moment. Yeah.
That's no. I've had this almost done for a while.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Snake, it's time to.
Being almost done is also it's a matter of opinion. So I mean, you could be. Wait a minute, that's not what I wanted to watch. Tag on it. How much time do we have in this break?
A minute.
I'm have to run and get my. I didn't even think about it. I don't want to watch this game. I want to watch the other game. That remote ain't working. But we found out that remotes are universal.
Why do you just keep the one in here?
Because I didn't want to get it mixed up with the one that didn't work.
Well, leave it somewhere where you wouldn't.
It's called preparing to not, I mean, being preventative.
Yes, but in your preventative nature, you've prevented yourself.
Yeah, I need to watch both
using
games anyway.
useful.
I mean, it's not like, this one I just have less interest in. When that bus rolled up, I should have realized what I had done, but I did not. What time do we have? Come back with things that make you feel old. Did you text her? Chair moved. I was worried about that. I did not fall down.
I get it in that situation where family only comes over for Thanksgiving, so you do Christmas then. Because, like, on my dad's side of the family, we would usually do Christmas stuff at Thanksgiving with them, and then we would do Christmas stuff with my mom's side of the family on Christmas Eve. So I get that. I get that side of things.
Yeah, there's a reason.
But Thanksgiving is almost 4 weeks away.
I think it's the other thing of like wishing the year away to a degree.
Exactly.
It's not enjoying the time that you got.
Yeah.
Time is fleeting, and you only have so much of it.
And time is money. And we're all about profits here. We're on that grind for the shmoney.
Sigma Matthew.
Wants to be able to live and pay rent, Matthew.
Wants to survive, Matthew.
It'll be fairly short.
Listen, I want to
So,
eat
that's
healthy, and
everything
eating
in
healthy
itself,
is
isn't it?
expensive.
No, there's an open and a close.
Yeah, but the intro is everything, and I don't need it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the outro.
I'll eat cheap and like a king.
Hey, we're coming back.
Where are we going?
All right. It's time to do something we do every once in a while, like once every 6 months. And it's things that make you feel old. We've only done it once in over a year since Odie's been here, to the point where he's like, what? But he's kind of been doing that all day anyway. What?
Yeah, I've done some really stupid stuff all day long.
Yes. Well, but not
I've done
now.
some really stupid stuff.
in his lifetime. Yeah. All right. So here's something that will make the two young people in this room feel old. We're already old. I'm old and you're older, but the two younger people in this room is going to make them feel old.
Okay.
You are older than them.
I'm gonna let it slide.
Well, you're older than them.
No.
All right. These are things that happened in your lifetime where you're like, oh man, it was really that long ago. November 1st, 2005, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was released.
Yep.
Good memories.
So how's that make you feel?
Old.
That was 19 years ago.
I thought it came out before that. I thought it was like 2003 or 4 or something.
There have been different versions of it.
I think.
Well, I know, but I thought that Battlefront 2 specifically came out.
It was
early
really
2000s, not mid 2000s.
well. It was early 2000. It was early 2000. I think it was like right before Revenge of the Sith. Was
All right. So here's the thing. So it popped up on my feed, and then I looked it up, and it indeed happened at the time that I said it did.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, don't hurt me. Where are you going, Odie? Where are you going?
Odie's just wandering off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to. Thank you. Hopefully that works. All right. The next thing is
What'd he do?
November 2nd, 2004. This will only affect me and Cameron, probably, because I'm guessing you never played this game. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age came out.
Oh God, I'm trying to remember that thing.
It was 4 in your party. It was kind of a RPG thing.
Yes. Yes.
You loved it. I loved it. It was a continuation. Odie would absolutely hate it because he would say it's not canon.
It's not canon.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, it was not canon, but it was fun.
There was like elf adjacent.
Even
they
had an evil campaign too, where you could
yeah. So it was one of those things where it's going on while Lord of the Rings is going on, but it's just other characters
No,
in another
a buddy
place.
of mine was playing it, and he absolutely loved it. Like he really loved it, and I just because at the time I was in Australia, mate, so I didn't have time to play it. But when I came back, he was like, "Oh man, you have to play this. It's amazing." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that looks good."
So you immediately got offended and angry, like you do on all things that are not
What? I have never,
not Tolkien.
I have never gotten.
All right, how do you
offended
say
in my life.
Tolkien in Ireland?
Tolkien?
Okay, all right. So it's
You
not
often
Tolkien.
slam books when you make these declarations.
You do.
Do I?
It's very emphatic.
All right. So another
Oh no, that's a bad thing. Sorry.
another segment that used to work but just died. Hit the outro.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry.
All right. There's your one.
Yeah.
That one I said I would let slide. That was
Yeah,
it.
okay.
That was it. Okay. So now
No, you see, here's the
no,
thing.
you're back on the
right?
clock.
Here's the thing.
You're back on the clock. R.I.P.
Right.
Peanut. You are back on the clock.
See, listen, here's the thing. An absolute legend of a presenter and producer and performer, such as yourself, with golden, luscious locks of hair flowing down your manly posture. Yeah,
I don't know. It was going well till that.
What point are you trying to make?
That Lonzo is amazing.
I am.
You
but
know,
I don't know what that has to do with
out
anything.
of all the amazing people I know called Lonzo, he's the first.
Yeah, like anybody else that. Let's see. Dave on the stream says hard
Would
to
anybody
believe.
else be a close second?
Hard
No,
to
not even.
believe it's been 20 years since that came out. And Battlefront 2 was a good game. And the remake came out like not even that recent. So
It's not even a remake; it's a remaster.
yeah,
It
remaster.
was okay.
My bad. I wrong words there again. But
I mean-
still the same thing. All right, so Agatha All Along just finished up, and
Is it watchable?
all right, that's what I'm getting ready to talk about.
I'm asking the question. I'm being
no.
a presenter, a host, like
Okay, all right.
asking the question of the person that knows all the answers.
I don't have all the answers. If I did, I wouldn't be working on Saturday. I don't know. Not that I'm not happy to be here, because for the most part, I'm happy to be here.
R.I.P. Peanut.
Yes, exactly. So there were moments in this thing that bothered us,
Okay.
and it's mostly because things put in for political reasons and not. But
Yeah.
when you get past that, underneath the story is a really good story.
Okay.
The finale was pretty happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The reveal was a great reveal. There was a comic book costume revealed also. I'm trying to do it without spoiling.
Spoil it.
And I don't know, Matthew, you think we should spoil? Okay, I'm gonna go with that answer right
for
there.
those
That
listening,
was a very radio friendly. Yeah.
for those listening in stereo, that was a go for it.
Yeah, that was
That was a shrug. I don't
That was
care.
a shrug
Go
of that,
for
go
it.
for
I
it.
don't-
next time to say shrug.
Shrug.
Yeah, there we go, because not everybody can see you. I'm just saying. Okay, so
For those of us watching on the radio,
all right,
Shrug
speak your
FX.mp3.
emotes.
all right, I am going. All right, we're going to spoil. So Agatha All Along is talking. It's about Agatha Harkness, who, if you remember, a certain Scarlet Witch left cursed in the town. She doesn't know who she is. She actually thinks she's a policeman.
Yes.
She actually thinks she's a police.
Yeah.
And
well, you're actually after spoiling WandaVision for me because I never finished it.
okay, well, anyway, so
It's all good, it's all good.
she's going through the motions, thinking she's a cop, but she's stuck in a spell. So the people are going around. They just think she's just crazy,
Okay.
and they just
Yeah.
kind of leave her alone. So she thinks she's a cop trying to solve a crime.
Crazy old Agatha.
And then, speaking of crazy, Aubrey Plaza shows up and trying to break the. You don't know who Aubrey
I
Plaza
do.
is?
I know who the brain is.
Yeah, she
Oh,
plays.
she was in Parks and Rec.
She plays crazy in everything, including Parks and Rec.
Mhm.
She was someone's daughter, right?
No,
Wasn't she?
Ron took her under his wing.
Oh, I thought that was his daughter for
no,
some
that was the
reason.
other one.
Okay. So anyway, she gets broken out of the spell because of a boy who shows up. She calls him Teen. She calls him Teen because every time he tries to talk, there's basically a glamour spell. What was the name of the spell?
I think it was
There's
a
a hex
sigil.
spell. A
Which-
sigil. So
Basically something with like right across his lips.
yeah, so you couldn't see what his name was. So there's speculations through the whole thing
Okay.
about who he actually was. And who he actually was is Wiccan.
Hmm.
And Wiccan is
A little guy, an Ewok from Endor.
no, he's a superhero. He's Wanda's son.
Oh,
So when she supposedly made them out of magic, they were going to disappear, but he implanted his spirit into a kid who had just died.
oh,
Yeah.
That's a bit dark, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It is. It's witchcraft, dude.
It's also
okay.
decently dark series.
Yeah. Agatha Harkness, when she killed her entire coven. And so then you find out through the entire thing, she had a son, the son dies. She was in a relationship with Death, who Aubrey Plaza is. She
Mhm.
was in a relationship with Death, and she asked her, please not yet, because she showed up when Death shows up. She's basically a Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
And so she gave her some time with her son. So her son gets, what do you think? Like 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that.
About 10 years.
Yeah. So, and then he ends up dying.
Yeah. So if
And it messes her up so much. There's this thing called the Witch's Road, and they all sing about the Witch's Road getting down, but it was something that her and her son made up so she could lure witches into becoming a part of her
okay.
coven,
Okay.
and then she would absorb their powers and kill them all. And it was the deal that she made with Death to keep her son alive.
And you don't find this out until the very last episode.
Yeah, the very last episode, you find out that the song that's been
okay.
through the entire series was something that they just made up.
It's built up as if it's a thing throughout the entire thing. Then you find out that Agatha made it up.
It's very well written.
So if somebody was asking, if someone said to you, I'm looking for something to watch, I'm looking for a series to watch, would you recommend it?
No, because you'd be lost if you
Oh, so you have
you
to know the
didn't
canon,
know
you have to know the lore. You have
to a degree, yes. If you watched Wanda, you would know. If you didn't, or unless you read comic books. If you read comic books, for sure you would know.
I don't think they should do that with anything. I think everything that is a sequel, you should be able to follow it. You should be able to get into it.
I don't know. I think you
Well,
could.
it's like the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Like I turned it on today. I've seen it before, and I turned it on today just before I came out, and I was like, even if you've never seen any of the Ghostbusters before, it ties everything in at the very start of it. It takes 5 minutes. It's good filmmaking. It's good directing. It's getting everything in early.
But think about what you said. You called it a sequel. It's not really a sequel. It's a continuation of a story.
Yeah.
But in a sequel, if I go to watch a sequel and I haven't seen the first one, I know it's the second or third of something.
Yeah.
So I'm at least going to research what happened in the first couple. A lot of these things will recap things to a degree where I'm just not so sure that it would catch Cameron. I think differs with me, but I'm not sure it would catch you up enough to get the ramifications of everything that happened.
But I think
You wouldn't feel the full thing, but you'd
it.
be able to follow what's going on.
Yeah, as I say,
Because-
a quick news report could do it for you. Like, well, what happened in the last 5 minutes? And in case you missed it,
In Westview News,
in-
we all got hexed for several weeks.
So
I thought I was a postman when really I was a reporter.
it's
You're
better than the Acolyte, which
that
is
would
not
be
hard to do.
Slow
It's-
bar.
I'm comparing it to Disney series lately.
It's
Better than Echo.
Mhm.
So I thought it was good. I liked it. I was surprised that I liked it, especially the story elements of it. All right, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Pretty sure that you cut me off before my S. Before my plural got out. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. You didn't make the face like you messed up. So I'm gonna
because I hovered.
okay. All right.
You halberd?
Yes, halberded.
Look at that Cajun style turkey.
Are they playing in Clemson?
Yes.
Oh man!
How much time do I have? A minute?
Yeah. I can reintroduce the show for you. Yes, can. Oh yeah. This is German music.
Reminding you of the discotheques of old.
I don't know if you know this or not. I'm guessing you probably didn't know this. I did everything I could to showcase you, to build you up, to get your own
What
show.
do you
And you
do,
have your
man?
own show.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you were to leave for a minute, I could actually.
It's not
do the whole-
necessary. It's not that far down the hall.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying that it is well within my remit to be able to do it.
I wouldn't. Just.
Zed, I can be Agent M.
Yes. Thank you.
Damn right I can. I could be Agent O.
No, that was. What was her name?
She had blonde hair.
Yeah, I can see her in my head.
I could be Agent Malo.
I don't like that.
I do.
Also, it goes against the tradition of. Stop it.
You just broke a rule.
That's how I rule.
You did just break a rule.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Didn't. Pointed at a hat. Oh, Ghost Adventures. Welcome to the Hotel Transylvania.
I watched that for the first time the other day.
They're going to suck your blood.
Hotel Transylvania.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Silver wanted to watch it. I was like, yeah, okay. She had seen part 2. I've seen bits and pieces of part 2. I was like, yeah, let's watch it. Let's see if it's
I love the little wolf pack.
Yeah.
They're brilliant. You see the stuff that they'd be doing? Oh, Gangs of New York, put that on. That's really good.
No, that's
What?
We don't have those channels.
Oh.
And I wouldn't put that on.
That's a good film. Full of Irish people.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but it was a little too Irish. It's a joke, man.
That's-
I've only seen bits and pieces of it. Okay?
That's
it's there's a lot of cursing.
that's tall.
You're desensitized. No, I'm guessing I couldn't watch it anyway because I can't find it. So I guess I'll leave it where it is.
You ever get the joy of certainty?
No.
That's the one we need to do next time.
What?
Joy of being certain about certain things.
I don't know if we want to be. So far, we haven't been
So direct.
we haven't satirized exactly what they're saying, and I think that's risky to a degree. And so, I mean, I can change it word for word.
Yeah, it doesn't have
but
to
I
be
don't
verbatim.
want to do that. It's not necessary to get the point across.
No, but I mean, we yeah. Okay. We need to do another one.
Eventually, maybe in a month or 2.
I was the one to let you know.
It's called pacing.
What's that for?
Yeah, exactly. Good Lord.
Yep.
Hey, Guildmaster, you all right? You look a little.
I'll turn the mics on.
You look a little PS1.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, Lonzo and Odie and Cameron and Matthew. I think we're all having fun on a Saturday night.
Having a good
I
time.
think we are. I don't know, but probably. I think all you guys are having a good time on a Saturday night. I think you should be. We know that the world may be on fire in the next couple of days, but it's not right now. It's calm before the storm. I mean, things could go really bad, or you could wake up Wednesday and things could be just like another day. It could. But for now, if this was the last Saturday that you had, we appreciate you spending it with us. I mean, it's just awesome. I don't know what Odie's doing, but
I'm singing I don't want to set the world on fire.
Oh, okay. Because normally I don't know.
I was about to say, do we need to reset Odie?
Yeah, we should that before
I
the
think
show
that's
started.
a notable offense. He's trying to get his DMCA claimed.
Yeah. Well, it
What?
continuously keeps happening on my YouTube channel.
Does it really?
Yes.
Sorry.
Stop singing, Odie.
Is it
Can't
because
be
of that?
copywritten.
Is it? I can,
No, it's other stuff that's playing on the stream.
My
and it's,
singing is nowhere near good enough to be flagged, even slightly.
Hey, at least you.
Somebody in Facebook is watching this, and then what in the name of all that is sane and not sane?
Well, on
is
the
that
closed
lad
captioning,
singing?
all they're seeing is Irish gibberish.
Yes. Ta, gibberish, gibberish, gibberish. Leprechauns and potatoes, cracks of gold, and rainbows coming out of your nose.
All right. If you want to be a part
What's
of the
going-
show, text line is 71307. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch until we get flagged. Thanks to Odie singing. On Dave has on stream says, Did someone call California Psychics to see what will happen Wednesday? Yeah, I did. And here's what they said. And
We don't know what's
you
gonna
probably
happen.
meant Tuesday. Here's what they said when I asked them what would happen Wednesday. They said Wednesday.
Well, I tell you one
That's
thing.
what they said. They said Wednesday will happen Wednesday.
There's a
And
reason.
you know what? They're 100% correct.
I was going to say there's
Because-
a reason they're doing the ads. They got it right.
Yes.
They got it right.
Wednesday is going to be Wednesday. That's what it's going to be.
Actually, I think Wednesday is going to be Thursday. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, wow. There's always a skeptic in the bunch.
Yeah,
you
but you
notice
see, no,
that?
and here's the thing: when Matthew says it, you kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
he has validity because he's the voice of news on
he
WRD,
got rid of that.
and he's got those pipes, man. I mean,
Yeah, but the validity cleared up after he used the cream.
well, it's is it a balm or a salve?
It's a salve.
I don't know.
It depends on where it goes.
Prescription strength. That's your local grocer. I don't know. All I know is R.I.P. Peanut. I just.
Side
So-
effects may include more problems than you can have in the first place, and you may die.
Yes, but if you're still willing to risk it, okay.
Put it wherever you want.
Another series ended this. Well, not the entire series, but this particular season ended, and it was
It done entered.
dadgummit, that stuff just getting on me.
Is it a
It's
bomb?
a southern. It sticks to you.
yeah.
It's viscous.
Yeah,
Is it a bomb or is it a salve?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's yeah.
Circle of life.
It's yeah.
What?
So Vox Machina just ended, and I'm not going to. I was willing to spoil Agatha, but the thing about Vox Machina. Hey, Odie, can you read that top text?
What the hell kind of show is this?
Exactly. That's exactly what we are.
That's exactly the question.
That's
you should be
that's
asking.
exactly what we are. So the end of Vox Machina. Did it follow along with what their or explain what Vox Machina is? First,
So
for-
Vox Machina is basically an adaptation of a D&D campaign that was done by a group of voice actors called Critical Role. You've probably heard them in all sorts of different modern video games. And these are the cartoon series is essentially an adaptation of what happened at the table, but not a one for one. So liberties were taken. They decided to do different things with it to spice it up in certain ways and also keep people guessing.
Did they record the first one? Like, was it at the table when they were playing the game?
Oh
The
yeah,
first
yeah,
one?
yeah. And
okay.
it's
But
completely online.
that campaign started like in the middle of the campaign
Yeah.
when they started actually broadcasting it.
Okay, I got you.
The rest of them, though, like they're on their third campaign right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they had a second campaign. That story's been wrapped up. That's also going to be an animated series as well.
Gotcha.
But as far as like continuity goes, for the most part, they stay true, except for one thing that I don't entirely like. I can live with it, but they also did things in a way to make other side characters within the story shine a little bit more. Which, again, it's still made for a
we
good
saw
story,
we
in
saw
my
that
opinion.
we saw that happen in Lord of the Rings. I mean, what they did with Arwen and Eowyn and some other things like that. It's you're building up other. Because one thing when you're doing the table thing, because they're making it up on the fly,
And it's also focused on the players.
and to make it more interesting in animated form, you got to add some more story to it.
Very
All right.
big difference in mediums, I guess you could call them.
Yes, without a doubt. All right. Another big hour to come. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD RIP Peanut.
I don't know if I would call playing D&D at the table a medium, but
Well, you can
I
have
don't know, it's a medium for story.
what's a
for
medium
storytelling.
character?
yeah.
What's a medium character? Would it be a wizard? No, it would be a diviner. I don't know. You guys are more. No, I'm talking a character
Okay,
that's a
that's
medium.
what you mean.
Yeah, not
I
a
don't know.
medium.
Warlock could be a medium. Just depends
Really?
on what the DM lets you
Okay.
do. If you have necromancers, maybe they could be a medium between the living and the dead. What would you consider mid in D&D?
Eccleston, by the way, was a good start back to the series, Dave. And Matt Smith grew on me,
Ranger
but
at
Tennant
bottom.
probably
Oh,
still
you
is
mean
my
like
favorite
last
Doctor Who.
week?
I'm just joking around.
I like the new one too. We're just way behind on it. I found the game. Because
Nice.
on the bottom line it said what channel it said what network it was on.
Ah, I was about to say on the topic of Doctor Who, I think that Shooty is really good.
We're just so behind on stuff
Yes.
that we just haven't. The couple episodes, the last one we watched made us take a while before we go back
God,
because it was so rough.
If you're really looking for the definition of mid in D&D, it's called monk.
I don't believe that. That's not.
Is Charlie live from
Sorry.
Mondays on Tuesday?
Monk is very
I want
bad.
to
Yeah, they
punch
all are.
things. I want
Yeah,
to
no,
stunning
I'm gonna be
strike
down.
them.
Monk
You're
is a
gonna be what?
very
I'm gonna be there.
unfortunately bad
Okay.
class.
I'm just curious as to who's
just
who's
not
live
good.
at it. Like,
Yes,
who-
it is.
I think I'm
You
just
just
going
aren't
to-
Him and
punching
Tara
right.
and Bill, I believe all three will be there.
Punch better, Matthew.
I'm sorry, the class itself is a
But they're doing
punching
the
right.
show.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to be.
So you're there in a
How
working
dare you.
capacity?
Bad mouthing
What?
monks.
I don't-
What do monks
Kind of.
do?
I
That
was
makes them good?
talking to Mark and he's
They
kind of
punch
meet and
stuff.
greet, kind of the.
Oh,
They
okay.
punch
Yeah.
stuff
All right.
well.
Being out.
All right. Good for you.
They punch
So
stuff.
you
in a
thinking I should feel
mediocre
bad 'cause I
fashion
wasn't
with no
invited?
means of upgrading it.
No, I was just curious as to what was
A
happening.
martial
who
arts
was-
style.
Who was here and who was there?
Oh, you think that's
um,
comparable to Magic Items?
Tom McKay
I'm
is going
so
to be running
sorry,
it.
but it's not.
So it is
The
a live
most-
show on from
I
7
know
to
this is good.
9,
got
I
my
believe it
opinion.
is. And then we're carrying
Or like
Fox after that.
Any rogue or sorcerer,
So there should be
warlock
some promos
features,
playing.
like, it's
Look,
really sad.
look,
Monk has been,
But
done
it will
dirty.
definitely be. Have you
It's
been to
aside.
Bimini's before?
Magic users.
Okay.
are
Yeah,
the best.
I've been there. I've been there a few times
Well,
for
yeah,
stuff
they're-
like
of
this.
course.
I don't get
Yes.
invited anymore
Will
because
it be kind of a?
It's there's rangers
Dress
and
up kind of
monks.
thing?
There's like fighters
pretend.
and
I mean I wouldn't
fighters and paladins.
not.
Then there's
I mean, think about it. You
wizards and
you have
warlocks,
the opportunity to meet some people for the
wizards,
first
warlocks,
time.
and sorcerers.
Do
Then there's
you have a station
druids.
shirt?
And then like way
Okay.
off up on the moon is
Okay.
rogues.
Well, if you would have had a station shirt, I would have said to wear that.
This is
What
as far as
I would
single
also
target
do
damage goes,
Is
and
did you
being
see
able to
the
sneak out
email
of
from
things.
Roy? Did you not ask for a station shirt? You sent it
I
out
don't
to
see
everybody.
Jack.
I did, but I don't like asking for that kind of thing.
No, that was specific
It's
for
dead.
that reason.
Oh.
So you should have
It's
asked for
super
one.
dead.
Also, send
It's
Mark
dead
an
3
email and
times
tell
over.
him that you don't have a station shirt, and ask him
Uh,
if you can get one. They may have some just laying around.
Yeah.
It won't have your name on it though.
All right,
If you would have
uh,
did the other one, it would
enemy-
have got monogrammed.
Wizard.
Well, I
is
can ask Roy,
casting
he might have-
Burning Hands.
Or you could ask
I
Mark.
could tell him.
I
Mark's off.
see.
now, Mark's off.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
That
he's
takes
off
no
the. Yeah,
damage?
you ask Roy.
He might have one.
You take no damage.
Do you play a rogue a lot?
Can
I can't
find
let you
out?
borrow mine
Yes,
unless you want to go as
I
me.
roll a
Well,
sneak
you
attack.
could, but like, you know.
It says Lonzo
He's
on them,
dead.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's the point. No offense, but I don't want you to be me ever.
Try to
I've-
think of, like,
I haven't heard
are
enough
you
time being
RPing
me.
yourself
Yeah, there
as
you
being
go.
a rogue? Or was it someone you knew?
No, that's just in general.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just that's just typical rogue behavior.
that's just rogue. Rogues are actually broken.
Have AI take
They,
over
just-
ready.
they have so much. Why do they have literally everything?
Which is why I was enjoying being a Hexblade swashbuckler multi-class. Because good lord, that damage was awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
It'll be a good time.
Unfortunately, that
You'll
game
have-
did
you'll have a
not
good time.
Continue, but
Yeah.
oh well.
You will.
Because I can. I mean, I get.
And you are, from what I can tell, a people person, so you're gonna be good. No, pretend.
Huh.
You don't need to pretend. You're more of a people person than I am. Although people who have met me in person,
I want to run a D&D campaign. so bad.
will you
I've
go
been
as
wanting
me,
to for
Chris?
So long now.
You know, Borderlands is like needing DMs and stuff too.
Oh, they actively need DMs right
Yes.
now. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go talk.
By the way, I am not going to let anyone
Because they're doing
lend my shirt,
DM classes and stuff like that.
or I'm not going to lend anyone my shirt because my shirt, it's my own, my
Oh, that's
precious.
awesome.
I wouldn't give anybody my shirts
We'll
anyway.
do that.
If I had, yeah, that's kind of, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm okay with wearing someone's shirt. I would never wear someone's hat. I've had a discussion with
Oh.
people before, because shirts you can put an undershirt on. You can't do that for a hat. So head
Can't put an
sweat.
under hat?
Head sweat is something that seeps into a hat and it stays there.
So you
Excuse me, sir. I'd like to up this with one balaclava.
So what you're saying is, with hats, you can get seepage.
Exactly.
Oh, do they need DMs specifically for adventure?
And there's also a
Is that
thing.
what
It's
for?
almost like letting
I
someone
don't really
borrow
know
your
DM
car.
adventures.
You can. It takes you
Maybe.
forever to get your
I don't
car,
like
your seat
The butt
adjusted.
groove back in.
Yeah, it's the same
I
same
get
with
it.
a hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing because I will not borrow a hat for all those
I heard
reasons.
it's Jack.
What
No,
about
no, I'll
Rob's hat?
still check.
That's the name of a band.
Still a hat.
No, not really. It's metaphorical.
You can wear it.
It's
You
metaphorical.
can wear a band.
You cannot. Well, you can.
Also on the topic of classes and stuff like that.
Yes, you can.
I was having this is the first campaign.
No, Dave, never share underwear.
No,
Dave's not
just
here,
like
man.
a-
What?
Unless you're in weird science.
Or if it's a tongue.
If
But
you're in
I'm
weird
not gonna
science,
say
then
anymore.
you're sharing Kelly LeBrock's underwear. So that's okay.
And I was like, I'm waiting for the opportunity.
Well, you
Walk
see.
in, 20 kobolds, do one shatter, kill them all. I was like, that was the opportune moment. And I
It's not a bad idea, actually making a girl.
Yeah.
Well, tell me he held on to the ball. He did.
Let's do radio.
Yeah? Why would we not do
Are
radio?
we not doing anything else?
We got like 25 seconds before the intro's done. Bossy people, man.
What if I wanted to do broadcast, live stream instead of radio?
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse, hour number 2, affectionately known by me as the Nerd Hour. It used to be a third hour Nerd Hour, and before you ask, no, we're never getting the third hour back because LexCorp won't give it to me. I've tried many times. You know what? I promise in 2025, I'm going to ask at least 3 times. All right, I'll do it 4. I'll do it once
In a row?
No, once per quarter. Yeah,
That's a smart move.
yeah, because also, once per quarter, usually a program will be in a position like say 6 o'clock hour, and if no one buys that 6 o'clock hour, then unless you collectively want to get together and buy the 6 o'clock hour for us, we will take it. I mean, don't Venmo or anything because we only that's a payola plugola thing. But you can talk to the people downstairs.
Pergola?
Yes, exactly.
You can sponsor the third hour.
Yes. But in essence,
Thank you, Odie.
the
I
third
really
hour
appreciate the effort
would
right
be
there.
the first hour, and then this hour would be the third hour. Speaking of hours, you're going to get an extra hour tonight because of
Not
daylight.
from us.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
We're going to bequeath you
listen,
an extra hour.
Listen, if you appreciate the hour
Use
that
it
we give you
wisely.
tonight here on the Upstate Pulse Telethon, make sure you contact our bank of phones and tell the powers that be, mostly LexCorp, that you would like that third hour back.
Our
There you go.
operators are standing by to take your call right now. Give us a call on 1-800-SPONSOR the show. That's 1-800-SPONSOR the show.
Or also known as 271-9200. I think that still works.
Wait,
leave a message.
That's what those 20 guys out in the hallway are doing?
Hey,
No. Shh.
no, that's what they should be doing, but the phone banks are not lit up yet. So you, as a listener, as a viewer, you need to say that you would like the Upstate Pulse to have a third hour, which would be the first hour, and this would be the third hour. But speaking of hours, we are giving you an hour back tonight. Why? Because we are kind.
Kind.
Matthew didn't want me to tell you that we're giving it to you, but we're doing it collectively. The 4 of us. Yes, because Matthew had plans for that hour, but we outvoted him and said, hey, 3-1, we're giving you guys an extra hour
I'm
tonight.
going to give it to you.
So you make sure that you spend that hour RIP and peanuts or doing whatever you do for that extra hour. So maybe you're going to sleep an extra hour. Cause I think people believe that extra hour you're actually going to use for sleeping. And there'll be some people going, no, I'm partying until 2 a.m. and then it'll be 2 a.m. again.
Yeah.
So then I get an extra hour. There are those people out there. I know some of those people. And, one thing about that extra hour and twice a year, it really messes up radio
Yes, it does.
because you're either losing an hour of content or you get an extra hour of content.
That you then have to somehow fill.
Yes. Although
But you're speaking of content, and
if they would have just moved that extra hour of content to 6 o'clock, then we could have had an extra hour.
Yeah.
But,
but here's the thing, like when the radio and people have their opinions and extra hours and all that kind of stuff. When people send us bad messages about different things, I mean, they're still listening to the show. So, you can listen and give out all you want about hours and different times. I don't care. You're listening. So, it's fine.
You're feeding into the machine.
You are feeding my machine.
all right, 036, your show sucks.
Hey, 036, where's your show? Because we have a show. Not only do we have this show, but Lonzo has many shows. And I also have many shows.
Well, he's on the show, and he also has a show tomorrow night, which is Sunday nights with Odie, and you should listen to that. It's from
or 036. Don't listen to it.
well, no, listen to it. It's from 8 to 10, and also tomorrow we have special programming throughout the day of election coverage with Tara, with Charlie James, and with Bill Frady, and with the aforementioned Odie. So check that out tomorrow. starting at 1. I think it's 1, 3,
6 and 8.
6 and 8. Yeah. So it's like every couple hours, you're going to have one of the local hosts on talking about the upcoming election. So check that out for sure. And speaking of which, Tuesday night, of course, we got all your election coverage here starting at 7:00 with special live show with all the hosts here talking about the election, followed by, I believe that's 7 to 9. And at 9:00, we go to Fox coverage and cover it until maybe a winner is named. Probably not.
And
but
we will have every hour updates on election results once they start coming in. Rob's going to be handling that while I'm handling a lot of the behind the scenes.
Which Rob would that be?
Rob Jones.
Thank you.
Going to be handling that.
I think we gotta clarify. There's a lot of Robs around.
There's
here.
a plethora of Robs.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We've got News Rob, we've got Sports Rob, and we've got the Exalted Rob.
You'll get updates from Rob at the top of every hour, and keep updated on the website. I'll be updating all of that throughout the night.
A Rob for every occasion.
That's what we do
until I pass out at 2 or 3 a.m.
There we go. I will be asleep at my normal time because I have to do a morning show and I just get up really early. And I know it's a special occasion, but whatever will be, and we'll find hopefully on Wednesday who wins. That's about as much politics as we're talking because we're promoting stuff that's coming up this week and required to do so. There is someone unhappy about something, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Shall we play a game?
Oh.
I think I missed him.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love to. How about global thermonuclear war?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You wanted to know what the Matrix is, Neo?
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
3 billion human lives ended. The survivors of the nuclear fire called the war Judgment Day. They lived only to face a new nightmare, the war against the machines.
All right. Every time we play the AI Takeover intro, I'm reminded by people with looks and things like, why is this intro so long? Because it's important to talk about all the different movies and shows that talk about the imminent demise of all things that are human, thanks to the robot overlords. And we're seeing little bits of it here and there. And I will always talk about stories, and not every week, because it can get pretty overwhelming knowing that the end is coming, and we are going to be the ones that cause it to happen by allowing a bad robot to kill us.
Robots.
Yeah, but so Robert Downey Jr. has said, he said on a podcast this past week that if anyone uses his CGI image or recreates him in AI, he will sue the very moment that he finds out.
Heck yeah.
So this is, I don't want to say unfortunately. There are some actors who are like, yeah, go ahead, like James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
There's some that they want to live on, after they're gone, and he has passed away, sadly. And so they've given permission. And then there are others that have not. And I don't know. Are you surprised that Robert Downey Jr. is the guy speaking up?
He's already been CGI'd.
Right. But in this case, he's alive, and he doesn't want this happening after he's dead. And the podcaster asked, "You're dead. How's it going to stop this from happening?" And he said, "My lawyers won't be dead."
There you go.
That's why you hire young lawyers, I guess.
Well, the thing is, he also has a family.
They'll survive.
He's into a lot of things as far as businesses and things like that, including some of this type of thing. But he does not want his likeness recreated. And I mean, I think more actors need to be on this side than on the side of, go ahead. And they might be able to stymie this for a while. I don't know if they do it forever. I think eventually it's going to be, you're going to go to a movie and go, is that a real actor, or is that just someone that they made up and made you think was a real person?
I'm still convinced that the very start of this was with the Superman film, when I can't remember which film it was, but you see Superman is going up through the clouds. It's one of the newer Supermen, but at one split second, you can see his face change into Christopher Reeves. And they say it doesn't happen, but I've watched it many times over and over again. And you can see that the new Superman, his face does turn into Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, I
for a
never
split
saw
second.
that. I never saw that. But if you say you saw it, I mean,
I just watched it and I was like, did
are
I
you talking
just-
about Henry Cavill?
No, it's not Henry Cavill. It wasn't the guy that was in the the mashup with the DC Comics. What was the one just before that? The Man of Steel?
Right, that was Henry
That
Cavill.
was Henry
Well, that
Cavill.
was Henry. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
No one has played. Well, no.
no, it was the guy
Brandon
before that.
Routh.
Yes,
Okay.
that guy. So
But
he
see,
was-
Brandon Routh, they got him for a reason because he kind of looked like Christopher.
he
Reeve
looked like him
already.
anyway,
Yeah.
and I think that's why they did that little homage to Christopher Reeves. 'Cause I don't think he was after dying that long before that. So I think it was.
So, from my understanding, the video game strike is still going on about this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The actor strike has been settled for now. And
Yeah.
it's like anything else. The people who want to get around paying somebody are going to try to get around paying somebody, and they're going to have to decide, is it worth a lawsuit or can they slip it by people? And
Greedy, scummy companies will be greedy, scummy companies.
yeah, that's how that works. That's weird though.
It do be
yeah,
that way.
Yeah, it does.
But
it-
even they do
it
it
do be.
even they do it without even using AI, like using your real voice. I did a commercial many years ago where they were using. I was told it was always just going to be the voice. They weren't going to use this beautiful face that you see in front of you. And
Mhm.
after the audition and after I'd done the take, and they said, "Yeah, look, we're going to go a different direction. Look, thanks very much. You know, we really appreciate your time. Yeah, fine, no problem. No huddle." I was sitting at home about 2 weeks later, and the ad came on the television, and I was like, "That's my voice." Me being working in radio, you know the sound of it. Like everybody says, that's not what I sound like. But when you do this for a living, you know
yeah.
the sound of your own voice. And made a quick phone call to my agent. I was like, they used my voice. No, they didn't. I said, I have it recorded. Okay, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
It ended really fast. We rang the company. I'm not going to mention the company because they're over here in America as well. And they were like, "Oh yeah, no, actually, we were going to call you. We decided to use your voice in the end. So yeah, no, we'll make sure that payment gets into your account." And I was like, "Drats."
well, so you did get paid for it.
I did, but they had
Okay.
told me previously that they weren't going to use it. And
So
normally,
you technically could still have sued them over the fact that they used your voice without.
I could have.
I mean, did you have a written document saying that they wouldn't do it, or
Yes.
was it a handshake
yes,
type thing?
no, it was a
Okay.
written document.
All right.
It was an email sent out to me, and it was all that you were not. Thanks for your time, but you weren't picked. And then when we called them out on it, they went straight into kind of. It was for Lucky Charms. No, they went straight into. Oh yeah, no, we actually decided we went back on ourselves, and we decided that we're going to use your voice.
So was this in Irish or in?
No, it's English.
No, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
curious.
yeah.
So because
I've actually I've never recorded Gaelga on.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Because I was wondering, if
If it was dubbed
it would be easier for you if you'd be able to tell equally that it's your voice.
in Irish.
Yes.
Yeah. I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chris says the start was the music video with Hank Williams Jr. and his father, Hank Williams. That was the day AI was born. You know, you can blame it on country. I have no problem with blaming it on country. So we can do that. We're going to take a break.
You can take all the world's
Yeah.
burdens.
Yes. When we come back, we are going to be talking some video games because a beta just came out and a major game just came out. And I played one, and Cameron and I think Matthew played the other one.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
I was about to say Matthew nodded.
Yeah, I don't make eye contact with people except for Odie, just because, you know.
Yeah.
It's
I
'cause it
wanted
makes
to
them
prove that I
uncomfortable.
didn't cut your ass.
I'm not going to repeat it.
Ugh.
As for these two talkie McTalkies this evening, I'm going to open the mics and you'll be like, "Oh,"
So you're just going to open the mics on us just for no reason, just to try and bait you?
while you're talking, while I'm getting because if you had to push it, because I have to push your mics, and if I didn't have to push your mics, then you'd be pushing your mics, but I have to push your mics, so it's kind of like get into the groove.
So go, dude, go. So are you complaining that they have less chance of noobing because they don't have to push their own buttons?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Okay.
No, because is it now?
Come back with the video game intro, by the way.
Is it a noob if y'all are talking to each other when we're about ready to come back, and I know that I'm getting ready to hit the mics, turn the mics
About
back
to
on?
come back, not when we come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Just shut
it
up.
would be noobable if you didn't say quiet on the set or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you're believing they won't notice, and I believe they will. Because you're doing it to me, thinking I won't notice, and I'm hearing what's going on.
Why are we coming back?
And
We can feel you smile.
I told you 3 times what we're coming back with. Speaking of not listening,
What are we
well,
coming back with?
video game.
That's what I thought you said.
Golan Norris. Oh, that was a face mask, dude. Keep going, dude. Hang on to the ball. Hang on to the ball. Do not lose the first down, though.
Yeah.
I was about to say, why are you going backward?
Yeah, he started it. Could have swore that was a face
you're
mask.
playing. It's a soft game.
Go the other way.
Okay, whatever, man. You're in America. Let's
Calm
right there.
down,
That
you
looked like a
rugby
face mask
elitist.
to me, but
So I don't know if anybody plays or knows anything about League of Legends in this room or that is listening, but Worlds Grand Finals happened today, and T1, the team T1, SKT T1, won again, and specifically one player who is considered one of, if not the best League of Legends competitive player of all time, Faker, won his 5th world championship.
is anyone even close to him?
Oh, gosh, no. I think the
okay.
most after him is like 2.
How many monies does he get?
I don't know. I don't know what they get paid, but I mean,
It's
he's
a
definitely got
sponsor
money.
team, right? So if he's on a sponsor team, he makes a
millions
lot
of dollars
money.
are
Yeah.
on the table. I just don't know how much like he
that was
makes
a
off
bad
the top of
pass.
my head.
They're blasting off again, Chris.
Probably a lot.
I am curious about, and I never really thought about this from a sports standpoint. So on teams
He's
like that,
estimated to have
is it like
oh,
a regular sports team? Are the better players paid more?
Yeah. He was estimated to have made almost $6 million last year.
What?
Yeah, that's awesome.
From playing a game?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, like with any
I know, but
competitive sport, yeah.
Yeah, but it's.
Odie, your old is showing.
yeah, it is.
What do you mean he makes money from playing
Well,
games?
you know,
It's been a
if you
thing
were
for
that
a
good,
while.
maybe you would too. No one in this room's that good.
No.
And Matthew plays competitively sometimes. None of us are that good.
I don't play competitively, no.
Yeah, but
There's a difference between some casual
All right,
tournaments.
you're
and
there where there's competition.
world champion.
yeah, but then I'm coming from a
teams.
frame of mind where I don't think they should be making the money they make.
I
You just
think
don't think anyone should be making money.
I am a great believer in capitalism and
Well,
and
every
get whatever
cent-
they'll pay you.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you think it's a job or not, they're going to pay. I'm not going to say no. I don't want those millions.
Talking on the radio
I
for
did.
money?
Yeah.
You just talk and you get money?
I'm informing people.
How weird is that?
I'm informing
I wish
people.
I
Do
got
a real job. Do construction.
I do a real job.
I know, but go with the bid.
No.
But you're also getting paid to talk too, aren't you?
Yeah. I get paid to talk absolute waffle.
So partial of you is
What
illegitimate.
the heck is absolute waffle?
It's what I talk.
You're waffling about.
All right, time to talk some video games. A couple games have dropped, and there's also a couple stories that I would like to get to, including Baldur's Gate 3 players have downloaded an estimated 10,000 mods since the beginning. No, 50 million mods.
I was
Sorry.
about to say that sounds like nothing.
I looked. They've downloaded an estimated 50 million mods in less than 2 months, including 10,000 that renamed Withers Bone Daddy.
Perfect.
Withers, would you like to comment on that?
Bone Daddy.
He's a zombie, but I knew.
I'm trying to like
Just do
Yeah.
put his
Channel
voice
your
into my,
inner
into my
Withers.
brain
yeah, it's
and actively do it.
it
The
really
answer is
that
no.
whole thing was for Odie's benefit. Now he might actually try to play the game. I don't know.
It's hard to try and mimic a voice like that specifically has a filter over it.
Find a word. One word. Like that's all you need to do. For
Oh
me,
no, yeah, I'm aware of how
Yeah.
to get into that because I do a lot of different voices.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things
yeah,
for
yeah.
stuff, but it's just voices that are specifically built around having a filter over them
Okay.
are especially hard to.
All right,
do
all right. So
for.
my question,
I can imagine. Yeah.
my question for the gamers who are listening, text line 71307. or on stream 98.9 WRD at Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Do you download mods that just would change the name of someone? I noticed like in Skyrim, or Fallout, there are a bunch of mods changing Dogmeat's name
To what?
to a bunch of different names,
Yeah.
like Sadie or Butch or whatever you call your dog.
Find your dog's name and then you can
Yeah,
just modify it.
honestly.
yeah.
I never have done anything specifically changing characters' names, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, especially for like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something like that, cool.
Well, in
And if
this
it's something
case-
funny, I'd go for it.
In this case, do they actually say, "Hey, Bone Daddy"? Because
That'd
that
be
would
funny.
That would be pretty funny.
It would be,
Yeah.
but I doubt it.
You
I
can't.
just think of it in the same vein as Yajirobe, Bean Daddy.
Yeah, you can't download that on console yet, because if you could, I would have already did it for show purposes, of course, to see what it sounded like. Because I try to research what I talk about, without a doubt.
During my delving into the Bone Daddy.
All right, I believe that the majority of us here are frugal. We try to make our money. I mean, we have it every once in a while go, yeah, I really want to buy that, and we do that. But for the most part, we try to save our money.
I do have my moments of manic decadence.
I'm talking about us in the room. Odie might actually buy gold laced parfaits. I don't know.
Silver list.
Yeah. Okay. All right. They do have
No,
those.
I am very
Okay,
frugal.
Mr. Engineer.
When it comes to my own money, for me, I will look at something a million times before I actually purchase. Headphones I'm wearing being case in point. 6 months, I needed headphones, a new set of headphones. Took 6 months to actually buy these. It took my wife to actually say, will you buy the headphones? You need them.
Okay. So this is a direct question to you and to everyone. So PlayStation has its own service. Xbox has its own service. There's a guy who bought 24 years of PS Plus to avoid price hikes.
Okay.
So 24 years worth of subscriptions. So if the price goes up, he will always have it in the same price. Is that a good move?
What
No.
age is he?
I don't know.
Because if he's in his 70s, buddy, that's optimistic.
Well, until 2048, he's paying the same price every month for his subscription.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I think this is a good idea.
I
So
get
as I near
If
retirement,
you have the money for it, maybe.
as I near retirement in a decade or so, I think I'm going to be spending most of my time, sitting at home drooling and playing virtual reality. If I don't have to pay for it on my Medicare money because I've already paid ahead, it's a good move. So say if I'm going to retire at 65 and I think I'm going to live to 100 and I pay for 35 years of the service, I think that's a good call.
I suppose, because I've still got another 3 or 4 years before it'll cancel itself out on buying a lifetime hunting license here in South Carolina.
Oh, you could do that?
You can do that. It's a couple of $100, or I think it's like $500 or $600, and going against the years I have left as to,
the years you believe you have left.
So I reckon I have another 5 years to make my mind up, and then in 6 years' time I have to either buy the lifetime one or just continue
So
on.
what, it's like
Is that
a
when the
50?
Banshees come?
At 50 you do that? Or do you have to be here for a certain amount of time? No, I'm
I'm only
asking.
37, 57, 47, 43. What age am I?
Yeah, I was going to say, really?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Where am I?
No.
Who am I?
No.
You know that voice is good.
By the way,
yeah.
oh, that was horrible.
That was horrible.
I don't know about this, so I wasn't being scathing or anything. I didn't know. I didn't know if there was a certain age where you can buy the lifetime thing. As far as
no, you can buy it. You can buy it indefinitely. Because
Okay.
I'm buying it for our son this year for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Texters say if it's a transferable service. I mean, that's like winning the lottery and passing it off. I mean, it's like $20-$25 a month. I know.
Yeah.
But still,
You can just leave it logged in.
No, you can't do that. That's not how that works.
But if you die, so if I bought it and I died, right, and I left my PlayStation turned on and I left the password.
Oh
to my
no,
wife,
somebody could come along and play on your because it's already paid for. Yeah. So maybe you share your password when you're on your deathbed.
It could be part of the will.
Yeah, you could bequeath. You could definitely bequeath your.
And to my middle child,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you
I
said-
bequeath
The
all of
Netflix password.
There you go. As long as they know what the password is, and it's none the wiser to anybody else.
all of the remaining 6 months of my Game Pass
All right.
subscription.
My plan hasn't worked out.
Texter says, "Hey guys, I was driving home this evening from Bald Rock and I'd estimate a 200-pound black bear walked across the road in front of me between Pumpkin Town and Marietta this evening. That's Jim and Easley.
That was Yogi.
That's a pretty tiny bear.
Well, I don't know.
200 pounds sounds really small for a bear.
Yeah, but still, it's still.
bear.
You know what? If you're going the speed limit, which I don't know what it is there, let's say you're going
6'5".
going about 67, because you got a little,
Little wiggle room.
tailwind or something, and
uphill.
a 200-pound walks, it's still going to damage your car.
Yeah.
And it's still a bear, and they're built pretty big.
Yeah.
And
200-pound bear is
so
it's
Matthew,
a medium bear.
what would be the size bear that you would go? No, don't. No,
For
no, I'm
black
talking to him.
bears specifically, an adult male would be between 400 to 1,200 pounds on average, and an adult female brown bear would be between 300 to 800. So brown bear, male 400 to 1,200, female 300 to 800. Black bear, male would be up to 600, like 250 to 600. And then the female could weigh 100 to 400. So if it's a black bear, it would be a lot smaller and could fit into that.
All right, here's the thing, Jim. When you're going really fast and you see a bear, you estimate the size. It's still a bear, dude. And I get it. I get it. It would freak me out too. He didn't say he was freaked out, but still, the fact that
it's implied that he was freaked out.
Do you want to hear my rhyme about the bears?
First, Odie, when you become 65 in South Carolina, fishing license and hunting license are free. Extra tags cost you more. So when I'm 65, I'll go fishing with you.
Okay.
There we go. So you got that to look forward to.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, at least.
Do you want to hear my rhyme about the bears?
No.
It's actually very informative.
No.
And
is it?
Yes.
Okay.
The curse, Odie. The curse.
No.
Yeah. See, I can't.
Should
I stand up so I can dive at the dump button?
No.
Okay.
I think he should just be at the ready. I think he just was. He's gonna.
All right.
Can I do
the texter says this isn't freaking Alaskan brown bears, you morons. Thank you.
Some venom in there.
If it's
no, we are morons.
This is right. Talking about bears.
Oxy or no oxy?
If it's black, fight back.
I ain't got pimples on.
Okay. If it's brown, lie down. If it's white, you're dead.
Okay, is that an Irish proverb?
No, that's an American proverb. That was taught to me by a member of the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources.
Yes, the DNR or whatever.
Yeah.
Because polar bears are vicious and they'll just kill you.
Oh yeah, they're just going to eat you. And if you fight back against the polar bear, it's just going to take longer. But you're going to die. If it's a grizzly bear, lie down because he's probably going to get interested.
Yeah, but if you see a white bear around here, it's an albino.
Is there a wheelbarrow by him too?
Yeah, maybe.
You see, you say that, but I read a story about a albino grizzly bear, and he kept being caught near Alaska, and they kept bringing him back up into the northern circle.
Yeah.
And I could just imagine every single time he woke up from the tranquilizer up in the Arctic Circle, just looking around going, seriously?
Well, all these
Guys,
knowledgeable people on the text line, are there grizzly bears in South Carolina?
I doubt it. I see. I mean, I've been known to be a bit grizzly and a bit bearish, but
grizzly bears are found in Alaska, Western Canada, and parts of the northwestern United States.
There we go. That was last I checked. Unless there's like some equator polar shifting or something, that's not us.
No.
Yeah. So we're good.
We in the South.
Yes, we are, and we are taking a break. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD. RIP Peanut.
Well, so that's it. We're peanutting. We're not even tagging. You know.
What's your major malfunction, dude?
I have lots of them.
The error messages. They just keep popping up.
No, I don't want to Google hairless bear because that sounds like a trap.
Google hairless bear.
No.
Seriously, it is the
No, I don't want to see it.
Scariest thing you will ever see.
Guys, leave me alone. No, I gotta.
They are these weird, lanky creatures.
I know what hairless cats look like, so it's gonna be as bad as that.
No, it's worse.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it's,
no. That's
it's a what you call it? It's a lichen.
Dude, I don't.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? It's a
bear.
What are those things called?
Oh my God.
It looks like a lichen. It's a werewolf. It's a weird looking werewolf. See that one?
Trying to think of something from Supernatural. There's a name of a thing, and I can't think it was a
Barry McBear.
No, it's something along the lines of that. It's some sort of ancient creature because they.
Barry McBear face.
It's not a chupacabra because it's too tall. Although that thing, what is that? Is that a bear? I don't think that's.
You
a
know,
bear.
I thought the Yaguai looked weird just in general,
But
but
now
that's just a hairless bear.
The Yaguai is a hairless bear. Yes,
Makes sense because the radiation made all.
Yeah, I don't
the
know what that. I don't think that's a
hair
bear.
fall
Those is it? Okay. Okay. Did the hair fall out of these bears, or did someone just decide to shave it?
Who shaved a bear?
Exactly. Yeah, it
Me.
could be alopecia. You're right.
Look,
that's
we're not
just-
talking about what happened in Deutschland.
Yeah. Why
Offense
can I
towards
not
the
think of
disco
that
until you
supernatural
shaved the
episode
bear.
when they're going
Right.
up against?
I did. I went to the discotheque. I got there. There was a bear.
What are those?
dancing
What are
and I
creatures
shaved the
called?
bear.
Cryptics? Are they cryptics?
No, they give them ice.
I'm
and
trying to
that.
remember the name of that creature that I'm talking about. I think they're cryptics.
Well, they're all like all them bears. There,
Yeah,
are black,
as
they're
far
all
as like
black
the
bears.
general,
Is that with a Y?
I think so.
Cryptid.
Cryptid. That's
Yeah,
right.
there we go.
Cryptics is basically
Jersey
just
Devil,
us
Kraken,
fulfilling
Lizard
sex.
Man, giant. The thing that Mothman. No, it's not any of those.
It had been forgotten, Joe. I've been married long time.
No, I'm not thinking of a man, bear, pig, but that sounds disturbing.
South Park.
Okay.
Man, bear, pig. Man, bear, pig. Will
So
get
the
you.
Loch Ness monster is
Was it-
considered a
no, not
cryptid?
Joe Biden. Who was the guy?
Al Gore. Because it was originally, or it still is used as a climate change analogy.
Man, bear, pig. That's the tag for this one.
Yeah,
We
Viper
have to stop man.
Hey, come back with roundtable.
We're gonna talk about
We
a
got time,
monster
right?
hunting?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, we did a video game intro and didn't talk about video games.
Exactly.
We
Yep.
did talk about them.
No, we talked about two stories, but not the things that we're. We'll do it in the roundtable. It's
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Look,
Wow.
I don't speak up about much with this show,
Okay, fine.
but this I will.
You know, there's a thing called a stellar sea ape.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, it doesn't. British big cats are
Get out.
cryptids. Dover demon. Mapinguari. Michigan dog man.
I don't think
A
black
Mandy
bears will
bear.
actively hunt you for food, and Alaskan bears will eat you just because they want to eat you.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know. Well, they held him to a field goal. Hang on to the ball, man.
Yeah, man.
A chance to beat the number 10 team in the nation. Let's hold on to the stinking pigskin. Apologize for yelling. I have Rob Brown moments sometimes. All right, nerd roundtable time. When we're in the roundtable, we usually ask a question to debate over, and I'm going to ask a question. Does a beta normally make you buy a game? There is a beta out right now for Monster Hunter, and Cameron and Matthew both have played it. Tell us about this game and if playing the beta makes you want to buy the game. Matthew.
As the
Should I just leave?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to make
as
sure he
the
had a chance to
biggest
talk.
Monster Hunter fan in this room with a total of maybe 8 hours in the entire series. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty fun time. It felt very similar to Rise, but same and different at the same time. Like the core Monster Hunter gameplay is still there with just some slight differences, and I was going to say optimizations, and then I realized no. As someone who played on PC, no.
Not for PC. Xbox was a much smoother experience, though. And to answer your question, I'm going to get this game anyway, just because I've been enjoying the Monster Hunter series since World. I know I'm a little bit of a late adopter as far as that goes, but
What's the difference between this latest iteration and the last one?
so different environments. World So there's two distinctions. There's World and there was Rise. Rise was a Nintendo Switch exclusive, and then they ported it to other consoles. So it wasn't really a true next gen experience, in my opinion. I loved Rise though, especially with some of the movement mechanics that they had.
Oh yeah.
World was a lot slower, but it got me into it. And in my opinion, Wilds is a lot more like World as far as how the movement and stuff goes, but it's a lot smoother. Like there's no jankiness at all, like in what I was playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
but it's a beta, right?
yes.
So it's kind of the precursor to what the real game is going to look slightly like.
It's like a taste test. It's
So-
like
so
you
here's-
give a sample
yeah.
of what it's supposed to be like.
So here's what we
Yeah.
played several betas, and usually I try to break it, and I don't think Cameron's trying to break it.
I've been trying to break
have you been trying? Because that's what they want you to
'Cause
do.
there's
They
one
want you to
point-
break it so they can fix it before they release the full game.
So
But I
the
assume
stress test that
gameplay the gameplay is different, right?
No.
But is the visuals a little bit stocky or something? Or
what as far as like beta versus
It depends
real?
on
Release?
what stage the beta is at.
Oh, okay.
Because we're 4 months out from the release. So for the most part, the game is looking
Pretty much
pretty comparable to what it will look like. Maybe with some final improvements. Mostly it's going to be a lot of optimizations and some late game stuff that we aren't seeing in the beta that's probably still being worked on.
So are the developers actually wanting you, as Lonzo says, to break the game? Are they wanting you to find?
I mean, yeah.
glitches,
Here's
find
the reason why. You know, they
That's why you
have
have a
they
beta.
have game testers, and that's their job. They test a game, but it's not the public. So
Yeah,
these
but too
guys,
close to the
these
project.
guys and girls are playing the game every day,
Mhm.
and your run-of-the-mill gamer may get on and cause a bug to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
they
because
want
they're
those
playing it a
bugs to
different way.
happen. So there's so many games that come out with a ton of bugs that if they were beta tested, alpha tested to a degree, even if it puts the release date off,
Mhm.
if they can, you get less complaints and more people wanting to buy the game. Because if a game comes out and has a bunch of bugs, immediately the internet's going nuts, going, yeah, don't buy this game. It's full of bugs. Why didn't they work on this more time and all that kind of stuff? I don't think there is a game that comes out that doesn't have some bugs in them.
But
That's
still,
why they have so many patches.
when games come out, then you have the modders who are making so many different modifications to the games that they change them completely again, right?
Yeah, but not all games have mods.
Not all
Oh,
games have a big modding scene.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate and like Skyrim do, but not
Yeah.
everything. One thing I will say is a little bit of some pressure testing, fighting two giant monsters called Balaharas, which are like tremor worms but with legs, and
Okay.
drill.
Is Reba
tails.
McEntire in there?
I didn't see her. I was a
Okay.
little busy. Me and my buddy were hunting those things down, and the environmental effects that they've added into Wilds are so cool.
Oh yeah.
The change is very sudden, and they'll throw you off.
All right. Have the cats improved their cooking?
I don't know. We didn't get to that.
We didn't
point.
get to that point.
What? You showed me a
Yeah.
video
Yes,
earlier.
but that was Pappy just grilling.
Okay. All right.
Oh, the other cool thing is there's always awesome cooking.
No, they have
the
cats.
series.
The cats are your sidekicks and I played
They're called
Monster Hunter before.
palicos.
Mine's
Yeah.
name is Sir Kittenbach.
And they cook, dude, and it
They
looks
do.
amazing. It
I'll
really
show
does.
you some videos afterwards.
Yeah,
but,
it looks like something you go, man, I'd try that. That looks
Okay.
good.
But basically, like it was like a really cool, just Pappy grilling. I play as Pappy in Monster Hunter just because it's fun. Him like grilling up in his tent, and like the
Okay.
ingredients that you pick are actually represented in the pan. Like it's showing you cooking all this stuff
So
up
in
and
theory,
eating.
they could actually make a cookbook of.
They have.
They have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a
Mo-
Monster Hunter cookbook.
Quite a few video games do that, and
Really?
and you'll
Yeah.
see them come out around this time of year, or coming up on Christmas.
yeah.
You'll see a bunch of those. Okay, so both of you guys are suggesting that if people haven't played the game, that they should get this game.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I would particularly on PC, I would wait a couple days after it officially releases to watch performance because there have been some significant performance issues on PC. And while they have 4 months to work on and improve that, that's still only 4 months and it's very severe at this point. So definitely just kind of watch and make sure that your system is not going to have issues running this game.
All right, another game that just came out a couple days ago, which 2 mixed reviews, and I usually don't let that affect me. Sometimes I'll wait, but if it's from a company that I've liked all the other iterations of the game, I will go ahead and buy it. And Dragon Age Veilguard just came out, and I always like Dragon Age. Especially for some reason, the first one always sticks with me. And here's the thing. This is the first third-person non-open world game that I've played in a long time. So because I'm used to playing first-person open world games, it takes some adjustment to get back into seeing your guy as he's moving around.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have to go to place on the map, you still can explore the map, but it's a very limited map. And I do remember from playing other Dragon Age games to look in every corner, to look for, breakable things. And I've found all kinds of stuff already.
Look for all the nooks, crannies, and possibly grannies.
All right. The biggest complaint that I have on this, I'm having fun on this game, by the way, because I like the lore and everything it's a continuation each game on what happened before. Even if it's years later, they at least talk about what happened.
Did they say how many years later this is from
They do.
Inquisition?
I don't want to spoil too much. I will say that you can build a secondary character that was the Inquisition person and do some backstory that way.
Ooh.
That will affect at least the storytelling a little bit in the game. The character building, it's not the best, but it's not bad. Lots of hair choices. It's a little confusing when you get to working on the face of your avatar, there are 3 different faces and you have to blend between the 3. So you have to go and pick 3 different faces and blend. So I didn't get my guy. Well, my avatar is somewhere between Chris Jericho and me. So I made him a little bit burly of a knight, but anyway, it's pretty good. The voice acting is good. And I'm liking it so far. Some of the combat requires a little bit. I don't want to be too spoilery, but there's a secondary button. You hit the bumper, and there's a bunch of different other things. The best thing about it so far, and then I'll tell you the worst thing about it, and then we got to go to break. The best thing about it so far is your party, they can heal you. And so you can click on it and have them heal you. And you know how I play as a tank, no matter what. I don't care about their other spells and everything else they're doing. I just want them to heal me.
So it's not like
I can take it up.
So it's not like Kingdom Hearts back in the old days where Donald just would not heal you.
Yeah. He was busy looking at other stuff. And the worst thing is I paid the extra money for the upgrade, and it gives you weapons and armor and everything. It's not what's it called when it's just variations. It's just a variation.
It's cosmetic.
It's cosmetic. That's it. It's just cosmetic. And I didn't notice that. So I paid an extra $15 for stinking cosmetics. They look good, but they do not affect the weapons.
Yeah.
So if you're going to buy the game, don't buy the cosmetics because that's all it is. All right. We're going to take our final break. When we come back, we're going to hit the lightning round where we squeeze in as many things as we can in the last few minutes of the show. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD RIP Peanut.
You know, Chris, I don't know if you just said that on purpose. I think you did mean that on purpose. It's continually bugged.
Is it done yet?
No, but they're coming out with another one, which has Henry Cavill in it.
You know, I do think it's funny. And I don't know if the texter can hear us. How if you're not a hunter, people automatically think you're against hunting.
Yeah, well, you saw what I wrote.
Yeah. I mean, just because hunting is vital. Without hunting, back in the day,
We wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I mean, people would die. Just because I don't hunt doesn't mean I haven't hunted, and it doesn't mean that I wouldn't hunt. I'm just right now fragile, broken, and
I'm sure you would have no problem if I was hunting, and if I said I'm after shooting a deer, do you want to come and take a look? You'd have, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I don't mind. I would take a shot at the deer. I don't.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not all God's creatures and all that kind of stuff. To me, food. I mean, the animals were put on the earth for our food. So
They're tasty.
Yes, they are.
Star Citizen is that game. That game where you just spend thousands of dollars on in-game ships or whatever, and that's the entire game.
I didn't think the game was done. Is it done finally? Okay.
It's never going to be done. It's a scam. That's all it is. If assuming it's the game that I'm thinking of.
Listen, I know just because I'm a great sniper in video games that I probably am not that good of a shot, but I have shot guns before, shot shotgun, I've shot rifles before. just not lately. I mean, I also think it's funny, and I have to deal with this a lot where people like, yeah, you don't know about that and stuff. I'm 56 years old. There's a lot of things I did when I was younger that I just don't do now. Like I used to fish a bunch.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
I don't fish
there's
anymore.
Some space
I
game where you
mean,
just
it doesn't mean I
spend
don't know
hundreds of
how. It doesn't
thousands
mean
of
I don't
dollars
enjoy it. It's just
that
I didn't have anyone to fish with.
In-game.
And right now, I don't want to pay the money
stuff,
for
and
the
that's
license.
The entire game.
$6.
It's steep.
It might not be
I'll
Star
buy it for you.
Citizen,
It's steep.
but whatever the game is.
If you and I live close to each other, I would be going out with you and doing that stuff all the time. I also have to get up at 4 a.m. So I'm old, and at 10 p.m. I'm pretty much done except on a Saturday night.
Gotcha.
This is my one night. I try to stay up on Friday, but because I did still get up at 4 a.m., I don't get a nap. I don't make it that far. Tonight, I'll be up till 12 or 1, depending on when I change my clock back.
I think I'm taking 2 steps into my house and I'm going to just fall face first. I've had a long day.
Yeah, I've been up since 4. It's a long day.
Oh, Lord. We're all tired, but we're all having fun, right?
I am. Yeah, I'm tired. I was going to say I wasn't, but I
did.
Oh my gosh.
I think I did.
Why?
5K, Matthew?
Why?
What?
We were
Oh,
all
that
talking about how tired
stinks.
we are, so I was directing attention
Again,
to you.
sorry for
bring
yelling
it
in the
into
microphone.
conversation.
Yeah.
Why would
Since
you?
are also tired?
I
Let
am
that
very
dude
tired.
run 56
Well,
yards.
I'm always tired because
No,
I
not
do
even
a
slightly.
lot.
No,
But-
Viper Dave. No.
All I think of whenever I see you is just John Mulaney. Is just like, what's wrong with you, tall, tired?
No, it would not. I saw Vince Coakley was in one like a couple weeks ago. Matthew, would you trust a self-driving car?
Not right now, no.
I mean, maybe once it's beta tested to the point where, yeah. And
I mean, I've
you know
How many
what?
beta testers have died?
Here's the thing. I would get in. I think I get in a self-driving car in a city where the speed limit is only like 10 or 15.
Yeah.
And I know you can still get injured in that, but in my mind, I think I'm good.
I
So-
wouldn't. Especially in a crowded setting, I'd especially be hesitant.
No, I've
Because what if a self-driving car like runs over a pedestrian and
Like-
kills them? Are you liable because you're in the car?
Yeah.
You're still the operator.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I ain't
Yes
doing
and no.
that. All right. WS spoken, which means there's just a little bit of time to squeeze in some stories. Joaquin Phoenix, you know, the guy who was Joker in the worst movie of all time.
He wasn't Joker though.
He was not. You're right. He was faux Joker. The real Joker showed up and killed him at the end of it. Says he was offered the part of the Joker in The Dark Knight, and he told Christopher Nolan he wasn't ready yet. Think of how bad it could have been. We never would have gotten Heath Ledger.
Yep.
Yeah.
But does that mean that we'd still have Heath Ledger?
That's a good point.
In that alternate timeline.
No, and he's talking about the actor
Yeah.
because supposedly
It was too heavy for him.
the part was pretty heavy for him.
I've heard that, but I think that's just more of a myth than anything else. To build up
the
idea of the Joker.
I see where it's coming from because I've been in a few different shows, different movies. When you're in that character, it takes a minute because you're in that character.
Especially for someone like Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
who is a hardcore method actor.
He was hardcore method.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I've been characters on shows, and it's actually taken me at least 2 or 3 hours to get out of it.
See, the reason why I'm rebutting this is there's a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff.
Then you took the
Yeah.
banana suit off and you were out of it.
I was no longer Banana Man,
There you go.
It was a dark day when I was Banana Man.
but I enjoyed it.
That you did. Was it also in Germany?
Yeah, it was.
A lot of things are. All right. A dark day for the United States, nay, the world, is finally over.
Okay.
U.S. Copyright Office is allowing McDonald's to fix their broken ice cream machines. Okay, so the reason why the ice cream machine has never been able to be fixed is because, where's the name of the company? There's a company that owns it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a company that owns the ice cream machines, would not allow McDonald's.
Yeah, they're not allowed to repair them.
They were not allowed to repair them.
because of some kind of copyright related.
Well, it's no longer the case. So if you might be a job for an engineer, you know,
There you go.
some side money right there.
Yeah.
Hey, I can fix that. You know, There you go. So next time they say
McFlurries for everyone.
the ice cream machine is broken. I also saw a story where Cody Rhodes said he and John Cena were at a McDonald's late at night, and John Cena wanted a McFlurry, and they told him it was broke. And John Cena said, "Here's $100," and suddenly it worked.
Yeah.
So there is that too.
Well, money makes things work.
It does. It's an amazing thing. It really is. All right. This is something we could do, by the way. The Stranger Things house, the buyer's house, has been turned into an Airbnb.
No.
Yes.
No.
Including Will's lights and all the everything.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay, where is it? It's in Georgia. I'm trying to find out. It's in Fayetteville, Georgia. I don't know how far away Fayetteville, Georgia is.
Not far enough.
You can also invest in this. So you can invest $100 in the B&B, and as it makes money, you make money. Sounds like a scheme of some kind, but so you would not stay in that house. It's just a house, dude.
I don't care.
I mean, it's not like there'll be fairies or anything. It's
Demogorgon's not going to get you.
Yeah, I mean,
how about
roll a 20, you're good.
What?
To defeat the Demogorgon. I mean,
oh yeah, okay, that was a D&D reference.
It was actually a D&D reference, and you gave me the stink eye.
Oh, my brain went.
Like, what the heck are you talking about? R.I.P. Peanut. I don't know. I don't know. Jumanji 3 is happening with all the original actors, and it's coming out in 2026. You didn't like Jumanji?
I love the first one, very first one.
Oh, you're talking about the one? Yeah, no, I like the remake. I thought it was really good.
I can't stand Jack Black. I used to like him at one stage.
Why?
I guess no.
I'm just tired of The Rock always just being.
By the way,
you're tired of The Rock being The Rock.
I am also tired of Dwayne. I am
Dwayne.
It's just bothering me. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we got time. The MCU has thrown out dates for its upcoming slate. Captain America 4 comes out February 14th of next year. Thunderbolts comes out May 2nd. Fantastic Four comes out July 25th. So that's 3.
Oh, that's my birthday.
That's good. Cool.
Happy Marvel birthday.
And the following
I'm not
year,
go see it, but yeah.
Okay.
The following year, 2026, May 1st, Avengers Doomsday. July 4th, 2026, Spider-Man 4, and May 7th, 2027, Avengers Secret War. So this year we had very little comic book movies. Next year we're at least getting 3 from Marvel. We're also getting some DC stuff too.
I think they're putting all their time and efforts into putting them onto the TV stations or the streaming stations.
No, I think it COVID. I think COVID had a lot to do with it.
Well, COVID and writer's strike.
Yeah, and the writer's strike. I think all that caused a backlog and made things be behind a little bit.
I know, but I still have this.
And also, Kang got arrested.
He did, but
they had to rethink everything that they were doing.
Got erased from the multiverse.
Yes, he did.
I just have the inkling that because cinema is slightly dying, which it kind of is a little bit. I don't know. I'm just a little bit.
You know what?
Yeah.
My guy right here
we
begs to differ. That would be Venom. It just made like 300 million worldwide or something like that. So there are some
more than I have.
There are some movies that are going to do well and some that won't.
For big blockbusters.
Out of all of them, I'm looking forward to Captain America because I want
because
I want
it's
to
not
see Red
Steve Rogers
Hulk
anymore. Steve Rogers has to be Captain America.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
He does not.
It's in the rules.
He does not.
That's not in the rules.
There's been several
characters.
Yeah, Bucky has been Captain America. I mean, there's been several Captain America.
Falcon is pretty commonly an inheritor of the Captain America moniker.
All right. First of all, R.I.P. Peanut, and I want to say that make sure you tune in tomorrow. The time is what? 1 o'clock.
1, 3, 5, 1, 3. Hang on, I'll be a producer.
1, 3, 5.
1 to 2, Tara. 2 to 3 o'clock till 4 o'clock is Charlie, and then 6 from 6 to 7 is Bill, and then Odie is on at 8 o'clock.
So for all your election previews, turn in tomorrow throughout the day for our local hosts, and Tuesday night for coverage, wall-to-wall coverage right here on 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Yeah, but that's DC, Chris. He did go crazy and like kidnap people and declare himself something. I don't know.
Some sort of cult thing.
Yeah,
right?
it was a cult thing.
He put that baby in a microwave too.
No, I don't think that happened. I think
you're adding some things to the
I'm
story.
talking about the movie. Oh my gosh, guys.
Oh my gosh. All right. Say goodbye, Odie.
Bye, Odie.
Say goodbye, Matthew.
Bye, Matthew.
Say goodbye, Cameron.
Bye, Cameron.
And I'm gonna say R.I.P. Peanuts. And
It's a scam. Don't listen to
talk
it.
to you guys later. It's not.